What's good? What's good? It's your boy Norbs, and this is the 10A podcast, and I'm coming on a little early today. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we'll be on at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Shout out to my bro Jamel Herring. He'll be on in a few minutes. He's just handling some things. But boxing has been interesting this week. There's some big fights this weekend. My girl Gabby Fundora is back. For those that don't know, Golden Boy has a card this weekend where she will be featured on, and you know she's my favorite girl out there. Also, Gervonta Davis calls Jake Paul a cherry picker. Devin Haney wants his gifts back, taking his girl or his ex or whatever to court. And Jake Paul versus Gervonta facing some controversy, being moved from Atlanta to mother effing Miami. Welcome to Miami. All that after this, and my man Jamel should be back. I'm trying to pin this, and it's not pinning for some reason. But anyways, what is good? What is good to all my peoples out there? Making sure everybody tuning in. Shout out to everybody showing me love. Shout out to my guy Low from Low Nose Boxing. Shout out to Lou DeBella. Shout out to everybody that has been showing love to the show. Shout out to my boy Jamel. Shout out to everybody. We're gonna continue to grow. Shout out to my boy Iceman Scully. I got to get him back on the show. He's been getting a lot of press lately. Shout out to him. But yeah, we are live right now. If you didn't get the notification, please make sure you hit the notifications button on YouTube. We will also be available on Twitch as of Monday, 10A podcast. But I'll definitely give you guys all that information as we continue to grow this podcast to newer heights. Waiting on my guy to come in. I'm waiting for some fans. The Tavern is in the building. What's up? What's up? You know what I mean? There's been some interesting stuff. The Clapback Thursday, Oscar clapping on everybody. We're going to play all of that as I allow people to get into the chat. I'm tweeting it out to everybody. Appreciate everyone. Yeah, we have the fights this weekend. Gabrielle Fundora. Let me pull it up real quick. It's weird because Oscar on his personal page does not have he doesn't have the flyer up, which is weird. Why doesn't he have the flyer up? But pretty much the Puerto Rican dude's fighting as well. I forgot his name. Oscar something. Co-main hyper pride for the main event. But Gabby will be fighting. They're building up Gabby big. Fundora versus Kubicki. That's what she's fighting. I don't know who the hell that is. But Fundora continues to do her thing. And also Calazo, Puerto Rican fighter, who's been climbing the ranks pound for pound. List is fighting as well this week on The Zone, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's live September 20th on The Zone. We're looking forward to the fight. She's fighting Alexa Kubicki. My girl is fighting Alexa Kubicki, the latest victim of Gabrielle Fundora. What do you guys feel about this fight coming up? But that is this Saturday. If you guys did not know, make sure you guys tune in to watch my girl just dominate, continue to dominate this amazing run that she's making in this female division. There's a lot of fights to be made that I'm looking forward to seeing with Gabriella. But I'm gonna pull it up for you guys right now. If you guys did not know, this Saturday Gabriella will be defending her belts. Also, I always forget this guy's name. His name's Calazo. He'll be fighting as well. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I'm a Gabby fan. I gotta keep it real. Super Gabby fan. But she will be. Can anybody beat Gabriella Fundora at this weight class? We have had girls come on. My girl, Leanna Cruz came out and said that Gabby is very beatable. Cannot fight on the back foot. Has a very good jab. Uses her size, but she said that Leanna Cruz said that she can beat her. that she can beat her. You know what I mean? She feels like she has enough in that arsenal to beat Gabby Fundora, but yet we have not seen it. We have my girl Leanna basically recouping from her injury, so we're waiting on that from her recovery. So I'm looking forward to seeing my girl Leanna back in the ring and proving people wrong. So that's a fight I want to see. But there's a lot of smoke from like 108 to about 120, I guess you would say. And Gabby said she's willing to go up and down in weight in order to unify in multiple divisions. So I'm definitely looking forward. This is the fight right here. Alexis Quebeca, whoever that is, flyweight division. My guy, Inevitable, D-Block Podcast is in the building. You know, that's my guy. Thank you for always supporting D-Block. We had an amazing first live stream. Saturday night, we had 17,000. Wow, and 42,000 overall. Always appreciate your support. Man, I wish I had known. I would have tuned in, man. That's what's up, man. You guys are definitely, family. Definitely want to continue to build. My man, Surreal Mookie, is in the building. Salute. Money Mike, you seen Tank hitting on Bud Norbs. I didn't see that, but Tank is delusional. We're going to speak about that as well. He actually called Jake Paul a cherry picker. The king of the cherry pickers calls him a cherry picker. We're going to talk about that when Jamal gets on. At work, stay grinding. You already know, man. We grinding out here, man. I got the kids in the living room watching, K-pop Demon Hunters, so I can get this show going. Shout out to that show. That show's pretty good, actually, that movie. So, but yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ. We're going to get into that. But Gabriel Fundora is fighting this weekend as well as, I keep forgetting this guy's name, but he's from Puerto Rico. I should know it, right? He's, the lighter divisions, you just don't catch me. Like that, but yeah, but not fucked up. But I'm just finding out about this fight. I didn't even know that Gabby was fighting, but she is fighting this weekend. Shout out to On Smash website, one of my favorite hip hop websites, always showing support to the 10A podcast. You know what I mean? But Inevitable, man, that's good, man. 17,000 live is insane. 42,000 overall globally. Man, I take my hat off to you, my brother. I need to get where you at, man. I need to, shit, that's crazy, man. I'll be happy with it. We got like 1,300, you know what I mean, live on here. So, that's amazing. Waiting on my boy Jamel. I don't know where the hell is Jamel? Where is Jamel? You know what I mean? You seen Tank at work staying around. But let's get into this Tank Davis statement real quick before Jamal gets on. So Tank Davis calls out Jake Paul. Now, I posted, isn't that the kettle calling the pot black or whatever the hell it is? He comes out and says, Jake Paul has been cherry picking in the sport of boxing for a while now. But he picked the wrong opponent this time. He better start losing some weight, chasing some chickens, and pray that helps him some on fight night. Thank you to Netflix for giving me the opportunity to whoop this clown.
What the fuck you gonna do?
Man. I'm gonna say this. I guess this is Tank really trying to put some fire, some oil or some gas to the flame right now because nobody's really talking about this shit. Nobody is excited for this fight. I haven't met one person that said, hey man, I want to see this fight outside of a Tankamaniac. Okay. It's just not a very entertaining fight. And in fact, they had the pressers set September, the week of the Canelo fight, or whatever it was. It was supposed to be one in Atlanta, one in New York. And Atlanta said no to the fight. I'm not exactly sure why. I think it had to do something with the weights, but they were not going to sanction this exhibition. And recently it has been moved to Miami. Here we go, Miami. Kaseya Center, Miami, Florida, November 14th. The date did not change. It is in Miami. Now, I have a lot to say about this fight. Nobody cares. Tank. I mean, it's insane. I mean, maybe Tank is trolling at this point. Calling Jake Paul a cherry picker like you didn't sidestep, and you did cherry pick Lamont Roach, didn't get the result you wanted, and now are sidestepping him because you're going to fight Jake Paul in a fight that doesn't actually count.
Is it possible?
I don't know.
Why are you gay?
That's what I got to say to that. Why are you taking this fight that nobody wants to see? Now, people are going to say, well, Norbs, he's probably, at first it was 200 million, then it was 100 million, then it went down to 40 million. The numbers continue to be thrown out there and be complete bullshit. Now, if Tank got 40 million, I'm not surprised by that. But you're telling me Tank couldn't get that or anywhere near that for a fight with Lamont Roach? How about the fact that the potential of a pay-per-view, of a fight that a lot of people, many had seen going the other way, one of the most controversial decisions in the last 20 years that I've ever seen. That alone is promo you cannot buy. And this is the fact that Tank, a lot of people thought he was unbeatable. And for the first time, many believed that he lost. So how can we justify him taking this 40 million? People say it's the money, Norbs, it's the money. But how, when you probably had more potential to make more money in a Lamont Roach fight than Jake Paul? That's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just saying. Am I? Alexander Wilson says fighter lie all the time about how much they get paid. Absolutely. Absolutely. But this is more of a lie to cover up a fear. Tank Davis does not want to lose. He does not want to take that L. He does not want to lose that O, especially against Lamont Roach, for whatever reason it is. And, listen, unfortunately for Lamont Roach, he's probably never going to get this fight. And people are still going to praise Jake Paul. And, not Jake Paul, Tank Davis. I actually don't have a problem with Jake Paul taking this fight because this is what Jake Paul does. I mean, in all reality, I know people want to see Jake Paul lose, but Jake Paul never was necessarily a professional boxer. I'm not saying he's not a pro now, but this is not what he did for a living or whatnot, right? I mean, he's doing what he's doing. He did it to garner notoriety, and eventually became good enough to where people wanted to see him lose fights and fight real boxers, right? Tank has been in the sport competitively for a long time and has never unified at 135, but yet critiques a lot of his people, a lot of his peers, like a Bud Crawford, like a Shakur Stevenson, and hasn't really accomplished much. In fact, Tank got mad at me for saying he wasn't a Hall of Famer. Called me all types of shit, bitches, all types of shit, and I didn't even know Tank was a fan of me. Yeah, brought up stuff that had transpired to me. So, it is what it is. Norbs, did you see that TKO Zuffa boxing? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, what are you talking about? Yeah, I've seen that. But to me, it's very interesting because nobody really wants to see this damn fight. And for Atlanta to pass on it, I really felt like that was kind of insane. But, let me see where my guy Jamal is. Jamel. Let me see. Where is he? It's 10:01. Jamal's not officially late. 5 minutes you usually get when you're in a job. We are not. But back to what you say, what do you guys think about this Tank versus Jake Paul, and Tank actually calling him a cherry picker? The king of the cherry pickers has called him out. We're talking about an individual that chose not to fight Teofimo Lopez when he was at 135. Chose not to fight Devin Haney when he was at 135. Still ducking smoke with Shakur Stevenson at 135. Has not fought Keyshawn Davis, which is probably one of the newer ones. But a plethora of names in that division that Tank has decided to sidestep. And always the excuses come. Always the excuses come with him. He bring up what's his name? Santa Cruz from originally from 126, meets him at I think 130. Like it's just things like that. You bring up Lamont Roach from 130 to 135. You bring up Hector Garcia from 130 to 135. You bring down Barrios from 147 to 140. All matchups that that you weaken the opponent and you win. So if the definition of, and you know what, he may be right. Who knows a cherry picker more than a cherry picker? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But this is what we're getting from the great, the talented Gervonta Davis, a fight November 14th versus Jake Paul that nobody in the world wants to see. And I like Jake Paul. I love what he's doing for the sport, but I cannot stand behind this and lie to people and say that I'm excited for this. In fact, I will not be watching this fight that weekend. I will probably be watching anything but this. But we're gonna see how it does and how deep it is. I did find it rather interesting though that they posted the Netflix numbers for the Canelo fight. I think it was like 41 million. And they had the number one fight was Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. Number two was every was Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano, which I think it should kind of be to be personally honest, it's the number two should be the Canelo and Bud fight, because that was on the same card and people were there to watch the Tyson fight. So I get, they got 71 million, but standing on its own, how did Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano do in Katie Taylor 3? And I think that was on Netflix. So I don't know. I think those numbers are a little skewed, but 71 million is a lot of people. Will Tank Davis and Jake Paul surpass 71 million viewership? I'm not going to lie. I don't think it will. Will it surpass the 41 million of Canelo versus Bud Crawford? I don't know. And this is being real. So when the Tyson fight came about with Jake, two things stood out. One, a lot of people thought Mike Tyson was old at first, but when Mike Tyson started dropping videos, people didn't start to believe. But I believe people started to believe because Tyson was an actual heavyweight, and Jake wouldn't have to lose a certain amount of weight. So Jake was already up to like 240 or some wild number, and the fight was possible to be made because Tyson had to go down to like whatever 220 or whatnot. And as old as Mike Tyson was, he was still a heavyweight. Now in this fight, with Tank being 135 pounds, we don't even know where Jake Paul would have to land in order to make this fight happen, or even where Gervonta would have to be in order to make this fight happen. Now, another thing which I find really weird is it's an exhibition fight. So what does it matter about the weight? So I'm kind of confused as to how these things move, but I'm not sure. So my man said Amanda did 6 million global, 4.2 million of that being in America. That's a far cry from 71 million, Alexander. And if I'm not mistaken, I could be. I thought that third fight was on Netflix as well. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was. So it kind of tells you how big of a difference. So, just to be honest, so the numbers aren't really fair to compare. But back to the Tyson Gervonta situation. Okay. I mean, people believed it. The third fight was on Netflix, right? Yeah. So, I mean, 71 million to 4 million is an enormous jump. So, I think those numbers, number two, is kind of skewed because Tyson was on that card. And the main event was Mike Tyson. Okay. So, I would put Tyson, Jake 1, and Canelo versus what's his face number 2, because at the end of the day, people were tuned in to see both those main events. They weren't there to see Katie Taylor per se. So I would definitely change those numbers. But anyways, to the point of this Gervonta fight, I think they're in a lot of trouble. This not selling at all, depending on how the pressure goes. And I think just seeing what I just saw in regards to Tank putting out this cherry picker stuff, they're trying to get people excited behind this fight. I don't think the public is excited for this fight. I think the public is very, very kind of disappointed in Tank Davis for not fighting his mandatory rematch versus Lamont Roach. I mean, let's be honest. That's the fight that everybody wants to see. If not him, people maybe would have probably wanted to see Shakur Stevenson, but we didn't get any of that. We got Jake Paul, and I called this in after that fight. People were like, "Oh, Jake was there." I mean, yeah, Jake was going to call him out. He was going to fight Jake. He was never going to fight Lamont. Probably got the number he wanted and jumped on it. He was never planning on fighting Lamont, and I don't believe he is ever going to fight him.
Oh.
My man is in the building, the legend.
What's up, bro?
Jamel Herring, what's up, man?
Good morning, y'all. Good morning. I'm good.
We got to start off right away. We got to start off with the shit right away. Tank Davis calls out Jake Paul. Hold on, let me read this to you. Don't start laughing until I tell you what he said. Mm-hmm. Jake Paul has been cherry picking in the sport of boxing for a while now. This is Tank. But he picked the wrong opponent this time. He better start losing some weight, chasing some chickens, and pray that helps him some on fight night. Thank you to Netflix for giving me the opportunity to whoop this clown. Initial reaction, Jamel Herring, please.
I mean, it's another cherry pick. It's another cherry pick, but
he calls Jake a cherry picker, though.
I mean, that's another cherry pick, though.
But is it not the what is it? Say the kettle calling the pot black, or is that how it goes? The same.
I mean, I see what you mean by that, but I mean, it looks worse on Jake's part, though. At the end of the day,
it looks worse on. No, we got to debate this, please.
I mean, we want to see Tank. We want to see Tank. Yeah, we want to see Tank fight. You know, everybody in his weight class. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a guy, you know, from the Shakurs to the, you know, the Schofields and so forth and yada yada yada. I get that, but at the same time, like you're like a buck 89, 200 plus calling out a lightweight.
240, yeah.
That's ridiculous, yo.
I mean, but it's an exhibition fight, and this is what
it don't matter. It don't matter. It's plenty of motherfuckers in the world. You can have an exhibition fight around that weight.
As big as Gervonta Davis, as big as Mike Tyson.
I know. Listen, I already knew you. People. We already knew it was some crazy shit when
dumb.
When you got state athletic commissions not having it. You know what I'm saying? Like Georgia wasn't having it.
Yeah,
because of the size difference alone, not because of the exhibition, because of the size difference alone.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and I don't want to say it's Jake Paul had put out previously, and I think this is pretty much why he did it. Anybody that says this is a fake fight, he'll suit him, right? But let's be real. Tank took this fight because he knows they're going to be
so what's the exhibition? It's not a real fight.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm just saying. I mean, that's what Jake did.
It was crazy. I was just watching I was just watching last night when George Foreman fought 5 dudes in one night as an exhibition, but they was his weight class. They were his size, though. You know what I'm saying? They was George's size, but whatever.
This is the news, bro. They had to move it. So what this my man Jamel was referring to? Wrong one. What Jamel was referring to was this right here. It's been moved to Miami officially because the Atlanta Boxing Commission turned down the fight. They said no, and I seen a comment where it said, "Next time, don't promote stuff when it's not sanctioned." Why wasn't it sanctioned? Do you actually know why or not?
What do you mean why wasn't sanctioned? Because of the weight difference.
So I figured that, but how could it be sanctioned? Not sanctioned there, but sanctioned in Miami.
State, like I said, every state has a different athletic commission. Their own views. You're not going. You know what I'm saying? Like people, you don't see a lot of big fights. Like for instance, you don't see tax reasons though, but like you don't see a lot of big fights in New York in these days because of tax purposes. So what they do, they go to places like Vegas when it's more laid back. And plus, you know what I mean? But in terms of like the weight and everything, Georgia wasn't having it. They wasn't having it. So
yeah, it's crazy, and this is being real. The public isn't having it. The public is kind of like, and I think Atlanta didn't do it as well because I don't think Atlanta believes that they were going to sell.
I honestly, it's not getting as much criticism in my opinion because, like you said, the public isn't having it. But the public knows there's a lot of other great fights happening around before the year closes anyway. So
yeah,
it's not like we missing out on anything special.
No, I mean this is let's be honest, it's a bag full of
we just had a great fight weekend, you know what I mean? So we're not losing that, So real boxing is still taking place, So it's a money grab. Let them go get their money. It's an exhibition.
See, this is where I differ from you. Okay, so remember the numbers were blown up. Take's getting 200 million. The Take Maniac's going. Then it went to 100 million. Now it's 40 million. And in my head, I'm like, it's crazy. 40 million.
Millions. That's all I can say. It's some millions.
It's definitely some millions, right? Netflix is paying a guaranteed bag for a fucking clown show. Let's be real. My thing is this. Wasn't there a possibility, and I know Jake Paul is a huge name, right? For the rematch with Lamont Roach, due to the fact that for the first time, Gervonta really faced controversy. A lot of people believe that he lost. So wouldn't that, with the potential of a pay-per-view fight, generate more interest to the public? That's why I don't believe this whole thing
against Lamont. Against Lamont?
Yeah, you don't think so?
I don't know. It depends on the network. Because, like I said, Netflix is mainly all about views and streaming anyway.
No, absolutely. But if he's getting a $40 million,
and then on top of that, it depends. It really more importantly to guys like Tank, it depends on the bag. Who pays? That's what I'm saying. But we're saying for the general public, of course, they probably want the rematch. But honestly, if you really look at it, though, a lot of Tank fans don't really care for the rematch because of how and I think deep down inside because of how it played out, they don't want to run the risk of that happening. You know what I'm saying? Again, or even worse. Yeah. So, like I said, if you look at it, a lot of his fan base don't really care for the rematch.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
His fan base is you know what I'm saying, is way bigger than the Lamont, you know what I'm saying, Lamont's fan base, whatever, and so forth. So of course, I think, you know what I'm saying, like I said, his fan base, you know what I mean, I'm not knocking Tank, but his more like a lot of people in his fan base, they'll give him a pass every time. I mean, y'all did see some knock him for this fight, but again, over time, they warm up to it and they just keep it moving.
Lamont, Jamel, this fight is fucking garbage. Let's call it what it is. We went from, you know, him, and he was never gonna fight the rematch. I don't think it's ever gonna happen. But we all knew that this fight was gonna take place.
Listen. Lamont goes up to 140 and fights Pitbull. And I think win or lose, I don't see Tank ever doing it.
No, honestly, I don't know if Tank is ever going to take another champion or someone that he believes is going to give him anything. I believe Tank is going to get at this check. I think something controversial is going to happen, and they're going to have a rematch. I mean, the fact that Tank is trying to Tank doesn't even talk like this, right? I'm just watching this. The fact that he came out and made this statement, it just shows me how important
it is. You gotta sell it. Yeah, that's how you know you gotta sell it.
Trash. Like this is absolute dog shit. Like, to be honest with you, I don't even know how you sell it.
Huh? You gotta sell it,
bro. It's just bad, man. It's bad. But you're right. There is a lot of good fights coming up. Even there's one this weekend with my girl Gabrielle Fundora fighting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I fuck with Gabby.
Gabby fights this weekend. Yeah, and that Puerto Rican that Collazo fights, but a lot of people say he's the best Puerto Rican.
Yo, what was she wearing though?
What are you talking about, Gabby?
No, not Gabby. Girl during the press conference yesterday, man. What was she wearing, man?
Let me check the goddamn press conference.
I don't know what she, yo. Somebody said she looked like the Godfather from WWF, yo.
That was her? I thought that was the fucking Puerto Rican guy. No way. That was her.
Pull that shit, yo.
No way, bro. I swear to God. That can't be her. That was her? Hold on, let me pull it up. Oh my God, I think you're right. No, that wasn't her. That guy, that was a guy. Oh my God, is that her? No.
Is that who she fighting?
No, dog, there's no way that's her. Oh my God, I think it is. Oh my God, it is. Hold on, I'm gonna put it up right now. I thought that was the guy on the other side that was gonna fight. I'm gonna pull it up.
That was George. She was talking crazy about taking the belts home and everything. She said, I'm gonna need you to pay for my luggage because I'm gonna bring back home more luggage and yada. She was talking crazy.
No. What happened was they flew her Spirit and she had to pay those bags.
So she was saying that when she took the belts home, when she beat Gabby and take all the belts, she said she's going to have to pay for my luggage, extra baggage.
They flew her Spirit, bro. That is absolutely insane. I thought that was the person that this guy.
Man, she came with some shit on. I was like, well, yo, she came out looking like the Godfather from.
Oh no, that was not the Godfather. That was insane. That was the gay father. I don't know what the hell that was. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up for you right now. That was her. That's her opponent. Her opponent looks like a fucking little kid.
That's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Crazy.
It's a wrap.
I thought, you know what? I thought it was a kid from Growing Up Gotti. That's what I thought it was. I don't know if you remember that. Oh, you're from Long Island. You should know that.
I know. Yeah. I
thought it was one of those guys.
Damn.
No way. I'm about to pull it up right now. That is insane. Yo, how tall is Gabby? Gabby is huge compared to these guys. Hold on 1 second. I got to pull this up. This is bad. This is really bad. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to get the rest of the show. I got to pull this up. I thought that was the other opponent. Hold on. Pull it up right now. Here's the picture Jamel's talking about.
Come on, man.
Right on the right side. Good morning, PJ.
Man.
That is absolutely crazy. Holy cow. Well, she's gonna kill this guy. I thought that was a boy. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
That's a girl.
I thought that they were filming Bronx Tale Part 2 when I
Nah,
watched this. Like
yeah,
that,
yeah. She came in.
crazy.
Yo, pull up a picture of the Godfather from WWF.
From the Godfather.
And tell me,
She
and
looks like
tell-
Colosio. Hold on.
and tell me they have the same fit on. I don't know, yo. I don't know what she thought. I don't understand what she thought she was coming out looking like. Yo, whatever, man.
I don't get the theme, to be honest with you. Like, hold on. Wow, that is bad, dude. Like, what is going on? Oh, that was, let me see, purple. We could do this. Got purple. Hold on. Wow,
She came out there with that shit on.
I did not know who that. She must. How did Gabby not know? That's why Gabby's cheesing right there. Gabby's like, this girl's an idiot. I'm about to kill her, and she looks retarded. Hold on,
She was talking crazy. She was talking crazy.
She was talking crazy. I didn't even see it. Like, I'm like, bro, like, why talk crazy to Gabby? I want to see Leanna fight her, or even Jeannie fight her, Finch, Funka, whatever her name is. I don't.
Crazy.
Come on, that's crazy. Hold on. This. Oh my god, this is bad.
Yo, the fit is the chain. She had the look. She was really out there pimping. Yo, she had the chain, the fit.
This is bad. Like like when I first seen it, I was like, all right, I'm like, why they showing Collazo's opponent like that, but they're not showing Collazo, and then I just realized because you told me that is her opponent. What in the world was she thinking? Hold on. Oh man, this is only in boxing.
Yeah, I can get you the video. I can get
No,
you the video is crazy, yo.
So this is who Gabby's fighting, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly who she's fighting, yo. Yo, she got the same exact fit on, yo.
World are we?
Yo, she was talking big shit. I mean, Gabby was just like, yo, this is crazy, yo. I can't believe she talks to him like this.
No, she's insane. She's gonna. Wow.
She said, yo, the audacity of you talking to me like that.
The audacity to wear that and then talk to me like that is crazy.
She was talking big shit, yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's bad.
What the fuck is this? Oh my god, I gotta find this video.
Oh my god, I can't even talk about it. So Gabby's gonna win by knockout. You know what I mean? We all know that. Then we have Collazo fighting this weekend as well, right?
So P, you see this shit, right? This shit crazy.
That's P's people. Look, that's who she's fighting. That's absolutely insane. The Godfather. Jesus Christ!
Go back to the last pick. Go back to the tell me she had the same bet. Look at this.
Except for the hat.
Crazy.
Except for the hat. She just switched up the hat. Like that's it.
She got the chain, everything. Hold on, I just text you the video. I'm telling you, the video's even more funnier. I promise you, the video's even better.
You ain't shit.
I respect every fighter that comes in because you got to come in with confidence. I respect that 100%. I'm not knocking it. But like, she didn't even sound realistic. Like it sounded like something scripted out of the WWE. I promise you. I was like, this is crazy.
Shout out to my girl Gabby. You know I love me some Gabby. Oh my god, this is why did she wear this?
Yo, I see right now that jab. She. I hope she's an inside fighter. Yo, she got to get on the inside.
I hope she wears that hat to the fight.
Yeah.
Speaking of nonsense, we got a lot of nonsense that's going on. I'm waiting for the video to upload right now. Just give me a second. But Jesus Christ, wait, here it is. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Some of these fighters need to stop.
Gabby Dominic was like, yo, this chick's bugging.
Look at her face. Oh my god, wait till you see this. Wait till you see her face. Is mad funny. This is crazy. If I would have known this yesterday, I would have just uploaded this earlier. But bear with me, people. Bear with me. I got it. I'm pulling it up right now. Gabby.
It's not Gabby's fault though. This is like I said it a year ago. Gabby's gonna have to move up 2 weight classes, you know what I'm saying, to maybe get some money, some stiff competition. Other than that, she's wrecking shit right now.
I want to see her versus Leanna. I think Leanna's a dog. I'd love to see it. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up the video real quick. Gabby Fundora, and I don't remember her name, but I'm gonna call her Colosio from Bronx Tale. We're gonna pull it up. Hold
on. The whole time, I'm never out of the ring, out of the gym. So like, I'm nonstop. I'm a machine. I'm gonna keep coming, and I'm taking all those belts.
Look at Gabby's face.
You're looking at
look at Gabby's demeanor. I'm saying, look at the demeanor.
What do you think?
She's gonna have to pay for my baggage.
My baggage?
Fly back to Edmonton.
Bella, nobody's ever talked to you like this.
No, I welcome it. That's fine. Everybody. That's why I'm a champion. That's why my faces are on those belts. My name's on those belts.
Not Saturday
It's
night.
gonna stay that way. It's gonna stay that way. But again, talk is cheap. Put the work in Saturday, and we'll see. We'll see who has the better team on Saturday.
I think they flew her in.
Listen. Imagine you dressing up as a pimp, and on the other side you got the heels on, okay, and then you get your ass slapped up by the escort service, whatever you want to call it. Like, imagine that. Imagine your opponent dressing up the escort service, and you out here just like a pimp, and you get your ass beat.
No,
she better come correct. She's talking crazy like that, yo.
Yeah, she's gonna sleep. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what the fuck. I mean,
imagine you dressing up as the escort, and you got the pimp on the other hand, and you get your ass beat.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's. I want to see.
Today's the weigh-in. Today's the weigh-in too. Oh my god!
I want to see what she's gonna wear to the actual fight. Gabby's definitely gonna kill her. Like
Gabby, come out. You know how the Godfathers come out with the hose. She won't come out with her little stroll.
She didn't even have like an Italian accent or nothing. It was just.
I don't think she's going for mobster. I think she's going for a pimp.
You think so?
A pimp named Slapback.
Hold on,
I'm training the whole time. I'm
Look,
never out of the ring.
You're right.
Out of the gym, so like I'm nonstop. I'm a machine. I'm gonna keep coming, and I'm taking all those belts.
You're looking at him right now. What do you think?
You're right. It is pimp.
She's gonna have to pay for my baggage.
You have to pay for my baggage.
Fly back to Edmonton.
Go back to Edmonton.
Bella, nobody's ever talked to you like this.
No, I welcome it. That's fine. Everybody. That's why I'm
Gabby
a
was
champion.
classy,
That's
dressed.
why my faces are on those belts. My name's on those belts.
Not Saturday
It's
night.
gonna stay that way. It's gonna stay that way. But again, talk is cheap. Put the work in Saturday, and we'll see. We'll see who has the better team on Saturday.
This is gonna sound really messed up, but the other guy, you know who he looks like? What's that guy from the Philippines that sings? He just sings random songs. One.
The one that counts.
That's what he looks like.
That's fucked up. He do like that dude too.
He looks like what do we got going on this weekend?
22. 23.
Yo, that's him. Oh my God, this is bad, man. Ashley's review is up early this morning. Oh my God. Speaking of ridiculousness, let's move on. Let's move on. We had the ridiculous comment of
shout out to Gabby, man. God, shout out to Gabby. We are big fans of Gabby.
Yeah, I love Gabby.
Gabby, we would love to have you on, girl. We would love to have you on.
That's my girl. Shout out to ridiculous things being said. We had already Tank calling Jake a cherry picker today. This show should be called Ridiculous Comments from Boxers this week. But this may be the most ridiculous thing that I've seen all week. And I have to put it up there because this is absolutely hilarious. And it's my man Devin Haney back on TMZ, back on the Shade Room. And again, Devin Haney sues ex Leanna Saeed, says he wants his $350,000 worth of bags. Damn, Devin, and jewelry. He got her back. I mean,
real talk. Didn't he buy her also a Maybach? He probably had that. He probably got that back because probably wasn't his name. If he's smart, I get that in his name. I know he bought her the EQS the Maybach. I think that was her. Sorry, but he probably got that back because it probably wasn't his name. So you take that back. But
$350,000 worth of bags and jewelry is absolutely.
Shout out to my bro Devin. But I'm gonna tell you like this, Devin. When it comes to them courts, they're gonna look at it. They're not gonna give back gifts. But you made a valid point over the phone yesterday, saying that more than likely he knows that as well. So he's gonna just take her to court to make her pay out all these legal fees to stay out of court. You know what I'm saying? On the legal. Make it come out the pocket with the legal. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way in the world. I don't think I've ever seen any court, you know what I'm saying, reward anybody back or for gifts. Gifts are gifts. You know what I'm saying? That's you can't take back gifts.
No, I mean, listen.
Not in the courtroom. I haven't seen it, but I think if anything, Devin just fucking with her to get her keep her in court to keep paying her attorney all the attorney fees and shit.
No, absolutely. I think he's definitely upset. He's definitely a man scorned, but he definitely wants to put her in position to spend more legal fees. And when people have money, that's what they do. They force you to spend money. But at what cost, though, Jamel? Like, this is his public image. He looks absolutely.
Yeah. I like that's one problem. Like I said, I love that's my guy, man. But I don't get what's the end goal here. You know what I'm saying? If anything, you know, I'll be in court. I'm not saying I don't know if he is or not, but I would rather be in the headlines for me being in court for, you know, like maybe, you know, custody to see my kids or something like that. Not for the gifts.
Yeah, I mean it's unfortunate, but you know, this is what he's doing, and I'm just sitting here like, bro, is he actually serious right now? Like, this is kind of crazy.
The whole
Oh, hold on. Oops, sorry. But the man is taking her to court, and again, I mean, you got your biggest fight coming up. This is my thing. You have your biggest fight
Right.
coming up this week. I mean, in October against Brian Norman Jr. And Brian Norman Jr. is a strong guy. You know, you're coming up to 147 to fight the belt.
Actually, I hear what you're saying, actually, but I think, like I said, they've been going at it then all summer. Before, you know what I'm saying, before the summer began, they've been going back and forth. So it's more of a grudge between those two. Yeah. You know, like I said, he'll say something on social media, then she'll get on her stories, say something on. So it's been back and forth. Well, y'all see, it's been back and forth forever.
You know why he's doing this is because he knows he's gonna have to eventually play. And I don't know if he married her legally. By the way, I don't know if he married. I know there was rumors, but I don't think he did. But he's gonna have to pay child support, and I think right now he's dragging it out to a point where he wants to force her to take the number that he wants to give her because he's going to have to pay child support. So I think it's more so of a play to kind of muscle her to show her what it is. Now again, I don't know where this girl lives or what court it is or whatnot or who represents her, but you know, he's pretty much trying to.
Girl. I know it's Friday. It's Friday now, but I'm drinking fruit.
He got the red cup. When he got the red cup.
Oh, what it is? I just got in the red cup.
But I don't know. I mean, guys. I mean, don't you think he should be more focused on Brian Norman Jr.? I mean, he looked like shit his last.
I mean, you understand. Sometimes more like it happened during camp. But I'm saying, you know, people file this shit and it just gets out. You know what I mean? Whenever, but I don't know. I understand.
It is absolutely.
I ain't gonna lie, I hate going to court. So I'm pretty sure she probably tired of it too. I hate going to court,
yo. No, me neither. I'm not. I hate it.
Lawyers. Time to go on for court and for shit that you already know is gonna happen anyway. So I hate going to court. So that's
and then lawyers pry in your business. They spin stuff. They make you. Their objective is to make you look like a piece of shit. So your lawyer is to try to make them look like a piece of shit, and they're trying to make you look like a piece of shit. And it's just going to get uglier and uglier. And guess what? You know who's going to eventually see all these things? The fucking kid when he gets older. So why not just try to amicably deal with this situation and move forward? Like, it's just ridiculous to me. But from my understanding, from what I've heard, you know, she's not, you know, she wants a lot of money. She wants to be taken care of. But again, and I know a lot of women are going to get offended by what I'm about to say is know who you're busting inside of when you do it, bro. You know
wait. What, the women?
The men. Women are gonna get mad that I'm gonna say that.
I was like, damn.
No, as a man. I'm just saying, know who you're busting inside of, especially when again the girl was very well known. I mean, just say it. I mean, Dev, this is your own doing, bro. Like, what did you expect? Yeah, I mean, it's just unfortunate that a lot of these young brothers get caught up with the stupid shit. At least it's just one, and you don't have 10 baby mothers, but just kind of know what you're dealing with, man. And
shit,
now you
one's enough. Shit, one. It's just listen. The way they try to hit them pockets, that one's enough.
Moving forward, because this is ridiculous.
I mean, you know, Chris been having beef with Eddie and him for forever. So I'm not.
So the presser was this week, I think yesterday, which kind of was overshadowed by a lot of the other stuff. But Conor Benn versus Chris Eubanks Jr.
Yeah, I actually missed it because there was so much shit going on yesterday.
Is transpiring. Part 2 is going to go down. You know, the first fight was really good.
Eddie want to swing on him already. See, Eddie want to swing on him too. Look at Eddie. He want to swing on him too, though. Actually,
what is the beef between Eubank and Eddie Hearn?
everybody, I don't know, but it's very common that a lot of fighters got beef with Eddie Hearn. So I don't know what the hell be going on over there in the UK. You see him and Tyson got beef. Eddie Hearn got beef with anybody outside of Matchroom. That's what it seems like. So I don't know.
Are you looking for?
He had beef. He had beef with O'Hara Davies at one point. You know what I mean? So I don't know what Eddie be doing over there to these people. I don't know, but I mean, a lot of fighters be you know what I'm saying? They talk to him crazy. You don't really see fighters talking to the promoters crazy, but they be trying Eddie.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I remember seeing only Canelo, you know, obviously try Oscar, but you know, Oscar bite back. But you know, so I don't never see fighters really at press conference coming out Bob Arum and everybody else, you know what I'm saying? But they'll come at Eddie.
What are you looking forward to the second fight? Unfinished business.
I want to see, like I said, I see Chris is bringing back Bomac, and then I see, matter of fact, they're in London right now. Bomac and the team are in London, so that's gonna be interesting. You know what I'm saying, with him having that team back in the corner, especially coming off the success of the Crawford Canelo fight. So that's the only thing I'm really seeing. You know what I'm saying, where Chris changes up, because I think Chris had a bad weight cut. I'm not gonna lie. It's like he had a bad weight cut.
Yeah, wasn't he investigated for
having a sauna suit on. So but I called it before the, you know what I'm saying, when I seen the first 2 rounds, it looked like Chris had a bad weight cut and his feet was stuck in cement. But he, you know what I'm saying, he mustered it up and got the will to keep pushing forward. But you know, when you bring a guy like Bomac and who brings a great nutritionist who I actually was speaking to last night, myself, I think, you know what I'm saying, it's probably a whole different performance because, you know, Conor fights. He fights with his emotions, and I think it's why the fight got away from him last time. He fought with his emotions, trying to you know, swing for the fences and everything. Everything was, you know what I'm saying, had knockout written over it instead of just being smart and setting it up. Even you know, Bud told him, you know, you got to be a little smarter in there. You can't just go out there, you know, fighting with your emotions. I get it. The moment was big. You know what I'm saying? The buildup was big. The beef is real. And plus, you know, that their father's names were on the line. But, you know, Conor fights with a lot with his emotions instead of, you know what I'm saying, just being a boxer that has legit, you know, high ring IQ. And that's what basically got away from him. And, you know, on the other end, Eubank, he just basically just boxed. He boxed. I mean, and he imposed his will towards the end because, you know, Conor blew, you know what I'm saying, he blew his guy. He blew his load in there. So, but now when you got Bomac gonna come back for Chris Corner, it might play out totally different. Conor can get hurt if he doesn't come correct this time around.
So you think if Eubank cuts weight well, you think he could stop Conor Ben?
Yeah. Look how big he is right there, bro. Come on.
He is way bigger. Like it looks crazy how much bigger he is.
So look how big he is right there.
They say Eddie Hearn. I mean, Eddie Hearn's had a lot of beef with a lot of these guys. I mean, remember we had the Berlanga situation a few months back, where Berlanga called him a scumbag, all types of stuff. I mean, he's in a bad. I mean, but you know, Eddie responds. That's one thing about Eddie, man. He doesn't shy away from responding.
He gonna talking shit too.
Yeah. I look forward to this fight. I mean, it's a big UK fight. I know a lot of Americans probably aren't looking forward to it, but the first fight was
cool, the first one. But I don't really. I mean, listen, if it makes the net, because who else are they gonna fight? Who else they fighting right now? Who else? You know what I'm saying? In their respective weight classes, who else could they really, you know, match up with, and be like, you know, probably generate the same amount of money, or you know, in terms of championship level. Who else they beating?
I mean, Connors came out and said he'd fight Boots, so he'd fight.
But is he going to generate the same money at home against another UK fighter with some real beef? You know, I said the UK loves their rivalries. Let's be real.
Well, how about Bud? I'm just saying.
Who fight Bud?
One of these two. I'm just saying. I wouldn't be surprised. UK, big money. These guys, I think they sold, was it like 700,000 pay-per-views? Some crazy.
It's a UK thing. The UK love their own. They're gonna come out to support their own.
But you're telling me if Bud Crawford were to go out there and fight Chris Eubanks Jr., it wouldn't be a big deal.
Well, for one, Bud's not going out there, so let's be real.
I mean, you don't think it'd be a big deal? You don't think it'd be a big check for Bud? I kind of have to disagree with you on that.
Go out there for Ricky Hatton. Shout out to my man Ricky Hatton.
Rest in peace, Ricky Hatton. I forgot about that.
Yeah, rest in peace, Ricky Hatton, man. I met Ricky, man. Ricky was a good dude. Ricky was a real good dude, man.
Well, rest in peace, Ricky. What actually happened? How did he pass? I don't even know.
I'm hearing it was mental. You know what I'm saying? Mental depression and suicide.
What?
That's what I heard.
Oh, Jesus
They said they found him in his home.
Really? I didn't actually see the cause. I just seen people just saying.
That's what I heard. Well, I'm saying, but like that mental, it's just real.
No, and you know, people don't realize too when boxing is 90% getting hit in the head, bro. So you know the NFL has CTE awareness and stuff like that. I've never seen boxing with that, and boxers get clobbered all the time in the head. So
Right.
Rest in peace to him. I pray for his family, but damn, that is absolutely crazy, man. That transpired. I mean, and it's kind of fucked up because boxers don't get that help either. You know, I mean, look, we're looking at Adrian Broner. I mean, I think he's suffering from something, and people just laugh at him. Nobody's really stepping in and helping him out. I feel like when boxers are done, or when promoters are done with boxers and they can't make money for them anymore, pretty much it's it. You know, you're done. You're out of here. You know what I mean?
It's a cold game, bro.
Ashley said his friend did the same thing a few days before he did. I didn't know that.
I didn't know either.
Wow, I pray for his family. I know he had kids. I mean, you know, what I remember from Ricky was there's only one Ricky Hatton. That's what I remember.
He brought him out.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. Damn, I didn't know that, man. I remember when he was making that run when there was nobody beating him, and then I want to say Floyd beat him for the first time.
It was Floyd.
Then Manny decapitated him. But yeah, I mean, Ricky had a run, had a big run, man, and he was funny. And it was funny because I remember a lot of people used to make fun of him because after the fight he'd put on like 50 pounds.
Ricky Fatton.
Yeah, he would put on like 50 pounds, bro. Like, and then cut that way for a fight, which clearly was unhealthy. But you know, he was able to do that. But you know, damn, man, I did not know it was suicide. I thought it was like a heart attack or something. But
I heard it was suicide.
That's tough, man. I don't know if he had children, but my prayers.
Ricky was a tough motherfucker, boy.
Yeah, no, he was.
Weight cuts is crazy. And then you get in the ring and fight like a dog.
Yeah,
you know, he's a fight from bell to bell like a dog.
Bro, he used to be like the miniature version of Maidana. He would be on you from the start. Like he wouldn't stop.
That was the original Pitbull Cruz.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy? With more aggression. Like he bro, he wouldn't stop attacking. I remember when he fought Floyd, he wouldn't stop attacking Floyd.
He had a vicious body shot. When he fought my man Paulie, I said, man, he came to New York and was wrecking house, boy.
Bro, he wouldn't stop, bro. His energy level was absolutely insane, especially when somebody that was losing so much weight and still was just on top of you, man. His work ethic inside the ring was probably second to none. You know what I mean? Yeah, so, I mean, damn, my condolences to Ricky Hatton. But moving forward, you know it's Friday, so you know that means Thursday was Clapback Thursday. I don't know if you peeped it. I didn't watch it, so
I peeped it.
You peeped it? I didn't watch it. The Ricky Oscar.
Go ahead.
He went in?
Yeah, Oscar went in.
Hold on. I gotta play this. Hold on. I have not watched it yet, but let's break it down. Oh shit. That was supposed to be the key to going.
In boxing, that gives you the facts and makes you laugh. It's Clapback Thursdays. God, it makes me horny.
Yeah, baby.
To tell you I told you so.
I told you.
I predicted the Canelo Crawford fight like a goddamn fortune teller.
You're the Oracle?
Canelo's feet were cemented on the canvas as he was hitting air. What the fuck was that? Props to Crawford.
Thank you.
He came up 3 weight classes and fought a beautiful fight.
Good job.
What a great performance.
Did you get what you was looking for?
Like taking candy from a baby.
My candy.
He just played with Canelo, made him look silly. And before you start with your shit about Canelo being old, just know that Crawford is older.
I'm too old.
That's not an excuse here. Look, I promoted Canelo's entire career.
Put some fucking respect on it.
And it was a huge flop.
How do you like them apples?
The only real fighters he's faced were Mayweather, Bivol, and Crawford. And they all toyed with him.
Come on, Oscar. Sometimes you got to be real.
No, you gotta let her keep playing. You gotta let her keep playing.
You don't want to stop it there. We keep going.
I know. I was gonna say this. I kind of put it out there like he manufactured Canelo's. Like he
put, the fluff. He
put the right people in front of Canelo. But I ain't gonna lie, promoters be doing that shit because let's be real. Let's be real. I've heard top rank themselves out of their own matchmakers say, listen. We made Edgar Berlanga look like the monster that he is when he was knocking out everybody in the first round. Remember that at one point?
That's clear.
Tyron felt like, yo, he got too big headed for himself before he left. It was like, yo, we built that. Same thing with I can also say with Chavez Jr. Tyron, I knew for a fact. Remember when Chavez Jr. went to the PBC in his first fight, he got knocked out in Chicago. Yeah. What's the Polish fighter? It was the Polish fighter. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He got knocked out. I know for a fact. Tyron was up. Bob came out, matter of fact, and said that he was pissed off that we did all that building up until this incredible force. He goes to the PBC in his first fight, he gets knocked out. So that's what I mean. Promoters do fluff up fighters.
That's a fact.
He basically put that out there. Listen, we fucked them up. But when it's time for him to fight real fighters like Floyd, Bivol, and now Bud, you see what happens. So
he also forgot to mention a real fighter that he put out there was Munguia, and you see what happened. I don't like the comment because it's kind of like, come on, Oscar, like I know you hate the guy. I know you guys have your beef, but you can't have it. We all know all fighters get fluffed, but let's be honest in a situation. Like, come on, bro. But let's continue to play it. Hold on. Go back to that. Hold on.
Even Mayweather knew Crawford was going to school him. He put $50,000 on Crawford to win. And as far as the undercard, Jesus Christmas, I feel bad for Turkey, wasting all that money. You have to fire your matchmakers, Turkey. You're fired. It was the biggest fight of the decade, and your matchmakers, not you, your matchmakers.
What are those guys?
Put on that undercard? You paid all that money and had the biggest stage in boxing on Netflix, and that is really the best they could do?
Didn't even try.
If I was matchmaking, I would have put Shiraz versus Benavidez as a co-main event, with the winner fighting the winner of Canelo Crawford next.
You're capping right now. You're capping.
What was it?
We all know Benavidez was not.
That's what it was, Kevin. It was Fonfaro. That's when Chavez fought Fonfaro.
What do you think about that comment? He would have Sharice fighting Benavidez. I think that's cap. I'm sorry. I think that's absolute cap.
But I think Benavidez would have took it if he would have thought, at least in his mindset, that he was going to get the winner.
He would have had to have Canelo agree. Canelo's not going to agree to that. We all know that. It's definitely kept. Crawford wasn't going to fight Benavidez.
It's not that. Well, at the same time, though, he still put the man that just beat Berlanga in the co-main event against somebody, though, already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was the whole thing, and that's the whole thing anyway. My man said that Crawford fucked up the bag. He came out and said he messed the bag up when he beat Canelo. Remember, that was the whole thing. He was supposed to get Canelo.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's keep it going.
That's how you promote. That's how you matchmake.
You're a goddamn genius.
Now, speaking of poor promotion, Dana White didn't have his best week. His t-shirt shrank smaller every minute, especially when he was questioned about his attempt to amend the Muhammad Ali Act.
Why then do you want to make sweeping changes to the Muhammad Ali Reform Act that is meant to protect fighters, to bring about a business model that currently has your company already paid out $375 million in antitrust lawsuits and has 2 potential pending class action lawsuits on the way as well?
Well, this is obviously a long discussion.
Dana, my follow-up is, if TKO can't make those changes to the Ali Act, will you still invest in the sport of boxing? Will you compete in the market?
Listen, if you want to be an asshole, let's do it in private and we can do an interview.
So you're saying this reporter is an asshole because he's asking you a legitimate question?
Yo, fuck that dude.
That's because the Muhammad Ali Act protects fighters, and TKO needs it to change so they can fuck fighters over. Sorry.
Shit. He's gutted. Like, he's coming for everybody. I mean, what do you think about what he said about Dana?
You know, I can't say he's wrong.
You gotta say something, Jamal.
I can't say I can't. I mean, like I'm for the fighter first. So like, I'm with that too. Like, I don't think my man was being an asshole. I think, like I said, maybe it was bad timing, but it was also a perfect opportunity, what I'm saying, publicly to put it out there and put Dana on the spot, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like somebody asked, did they ever have that interview yet? I don't think they did.
Nah, I mean, I want to know what the two pending class action suits are, because class action means there's multiple people involved in it.
Oh, you can look at that. Yeah, no, Daniel's already have a few payouts to fighters over paying shit already.
Shit, I mean, let's keep it going. Let's see what else Oscar had to say. Hold on.
Sorry, Uncle Fester, you can't muzzle the boxing media like you do in the UFC.
That's right.
And after this debacle, he decided to skip the undercard and shows up in the beginning of the main event where he's just watching the UFC on his phone the entire time. I wonder if he regrets abandoning the UFC for a sport that doesn't want him.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's like having a loyal girlfriend and ditching her for a hot one-night stand who ghosts you. You're left with nothing. And you go home with a hairy palm. That's Dana White.
Come on, beat her.
And to make matters worse, for the entire promotion, you have the ultimate douchebag.
Douchebag of the year.
Richard Schaefer trying to weasel his way back into an industry where he's been canned by everyone, including myself.
You're fired.
Fight Oracle reported that Schaefer's douchebaggery annoyed everyone the entire week as he tried to insert himself everywhere he wasn't wanted and reminded us all that everything this guy touches turns to shit.
He's shit everywhere.
Oh, he failed with me, Anthem Sports, John Jones, Mayweather, and Pro Bellum, which was linked to the mob.
There's no mafia.
The list goes on. And as I always say, when it stinks, it's usually shit. And this guy is the biggest dump on the planet.
I'm sorry for being such a shit.
Jesus Christ, he is gutted. Jesus, what happened with Richard Schaefer? Please, can you elaborate? I mean,
come on, man. Richard took a bulk. Remember, the starter when Richard took a bulk of his fighters and took them to Al Heyman. Remember, they all fighters. Only fighter he had left was Canelo. At one point, he lost. You know what I'm saying? The Victor Victor Ortiz and all those guys. They all Danny Garcia, Adrian Broner. Because remember, listen, I made my pro debut on the Golden Boy card in California, but I was signed with Al Heyman. Golden Boy was just the promoter they used to promote the cards. And then once Al Heyman started up at the PBC, he took a bulk of the guys signed under him that because we weren't signed with Golden Boy. We were just we were just fighting under their under their license and banner, but we weren't signed with Golden Boy. So once that happened, he took all of us and we went over the PBC, and that was part of Richard Schaefer's doing it as well. So Oscar, that's when the bad blood started, and since then, Richard hasn't really been in boxing like that. You know what I mean?
Damn. Alexander Wilson says De La Hoya is talking nonsense. TKO Zuffa are about to sign a distribution deal with Paramount to showcase fighters. What is Oscar doing? What's your response to that before we go to the next clip?
I mean, we'll have to, like I said, we hear a lot of things in the boxing happen. We gotta just wait and see if it happens, though. You know what I'm saying? So, I did see Dana. I did see Dana did put out that he has a lot of dates for UFC, what's it, Bay JJ or whatever, and boxing as well, and a lot of dates lined up for boxing as well. Oh yeah, and slap competition as well. So Dana did say he has a lot of dates for all those type of events. So we gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see how it plays out.
I don't know about that slap shit, but
hold on. Hoorah.
Let's go. Let's check the next one. Let's check the next clip.
To you all these years.
I never usually talk poorly about any human being, but this guy tried to fuck me over in ways that you couldn't even believe. You couldn't imagine. Oh, the link to the story, to the article, is in my stories, so you can read it for yourself. So remember, kids, you're never a hater if you only speak the facts. And you know what? Clapback is made and based on the facts. And I have to say it feels really good to tell the truth. So Richard, Dana, Canelo, fuck you.
Shit, man. Oscar. I mean, Clapback Thursday is it's rough.
He's gotten better with them. He's gotten better.
It's good. I mean, he took a giant shit on Dana White, Richard Schaefer, and Canelo Alvarez all in one 4-minute video. Yeah. And he has an event coming up this weekend. So, he is an excellent promoter. You can't take that away from Oscar. You can understand the business. He definitely wants to see. I love the way he plays. How he tries to turn people against each other, right? When he's like, I feel bad for Turkey. I feel bad for him. He lost all his money. It's not his fault. It's the matchmakers. I love the way he plays that. I love the way he kind of puts that out there. I rock with you, man. You want to make some money? Come back to Oscar. You think he's going to work? You think Turkey's going to take the bait?
I don't know.
That is a one-word answer.
No.
HBCU says if he's going at Dana, is that taking a shot at Turkey? No,
but that's what Norv just said though. He's playing it smart though. He's like, listen, I feel sad for Turkey for dealing with these people. So he's kind of like, this is what happens when you deal with the wrong people. But all best of luck to you.
Yeah, that's
Oscar ain't stupid. Oscar not stupid because there's no telling. It could be a month from now, and Turkey maybe wants to work with fighters within Golden Boy to make sure it matches. So Oscar's not stupid. He's not going to completely burn a bridge. You know what I'm saying, to fuck up his pockets. But he's going to take shots with the people within, that circle around Turkey, like the matchmakers, of course, Dana White and so forth. You know what I mean? He basically saying, listen, you're working with a guy that boxing doesn't even want to fucking deal with. Like, this is what happens when you deal with fucking people that don't know shit about the sport of boxing, and you want to keep dealing with them. So I feel sad for Turkey. Meaning, listen, if you want somebody that knows what the fuck is going on with boxing, come holler over here at Golden Boy Promotions. Because I remember at one point in time, Turkey was dealing with Eddie Hearn, Oscar, Top Rank. So that, and they was getting paid just to sit back and just offer their fighters and let Turkey and everybody else do the groundwork.
No, facts. My man Bowmaster says Oscar's an honest man. He'll put on a dress and tell you to go fuck yourself. We'll fuck your face.
Yeah, Put the wig on for Edgar on a private jet and said, it what it is.
Turkey's deals with TKO, not Dana White. Dana White is employee of TKO. Yeah, but Dana's big. Keep in mind, Turkey is a FW Dana because he doesn't want to overpay a fighter and sand bags like he was doing initially. Yeah, that's true. Who is the biggest star Oscar has right now? I only know Floyd Schofield. Well, Gabrielle.
Virgil. You still got Ryan. When the fuck Ryan decides to get back in the ring?
Yeah. You can't knock the man. He's very smart, and he has the.
No, just with Floyd. No, that's with Floyd Schofield. But those two names are right there, right now, are still bigger than.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He has the top prospect out of Puerto Rico right now. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I'll say Virgil is absolutely, but that kid Collazo from Puerto Rico is also signed to Oscar. So he has his people, and Oscar's done a brilliant job over the years of cultivating talent.
So. You gotta understand too, though, man. Oscar is shit. Golden Boy Promotions is probably still the youngest promotional company out of the major ones. Like he started that in like 2003. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Top Rank been around forever. Eddie Hearn, his father Barry, Barry Hearn, had Matchroom. Frank Warren, all those guys, Don King. Oscar, if you really look around, Oscar is still the youngest major promotional company that's still, relevant in today's world of boxing. So you got to give Oscar his props. You know what I mean?
You said Oscar is not moving boxing forward. I don't agree with that.
I don't know. Like I said, Virgil is right there. Virgil alone is right there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Virgil gets that fight with Boots, or
I mean, even for women's boxing, I mean, look at I'm happy. I'm excited to see Gabby get back in. You know what I'm saying? Gabby Frontara. You could she say whatever you want about women's boxing, but he's got talent. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Let's be let's be real, Alexander. I love him to death because what they did for my career, but okay, can we say that? What can we say with Top Rank right now? I'm saying we got Abdullah Mason already, but and I believe Shakur is coming back, but at the same time, every promotional band right now probably got maybe three, legit names you could probably name. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have 20 different, 10 big top, you can build careers, you have to learn how to build careers with young fighters, but to say that, who does Oscar have? I mean, okay, look around the boardroom and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Top Rank, that's what I'm saying. Top Rank right now don't even got the distribution deal, so like, come on. And I'm just being honest and fair. Like, so I love Top Rank and Bob and them, you know what I mean? But at the same time, a lot, if you look at it, you always see promotional companies go through the ups and downs. Remember at one point in time when Top Rank, was going through it with HBO, and then they left and found the people thought it was over them, but they left and they found ESPN. Remember, Golden Boy was with HBO, but then they went over to Showtime, and so forth. And then from there, they went to ESPN2, then to the Zone. So like these promotional companies, they do have their ups and downs, but they eventually found, they find their footing again and they take off the ground running. Because like I said, at one point in time when I first got signed, I was ecstatic to be with Golden Boy. You know what I mean? Then I was with PBC, and I was with PBC. Then I was with Top Rank. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Everybody businesses go through their ups and downs, and throughout it all, Oscar and Golden Boy is still up there. They still have some of the biggest matchups, the biggest fighters, the biggest names in boxing. So you can't knock them. But what he said, boxing in America is in the gutter. If it wasn't for the Zone in Turkey, I don't know what would happen.
I can agree with that to a certain extent, because you got to think about it. Like, Turkey is taking the service. I mean, he takes the services from a lot of these fighters under different promotional bands, and he puts them on a great platform and gives them opportunities. He just did Netflix. Him and Dana. He's done on the Riyadh season with the Zone. You know what I mean? And he's taking fighters from all types of promotional banners, and he's done things like I think even Dana White said it. Right now, no promoter in America has a legitimate TV distribution deal. No. But that's what I mean. A lot of these big promoters, they go through their ups and downs. But I give credit to Top Rank. You see, they're putting it. The Oscar Valdez just put over here. He got a fighter. He might have a fighter fight on this banner, or a fighter fight under this card. So like, that's one thing about promoters. They'll still get their fighters out there. And I actually like that now, because at one point in time, y'all know it, a lot of these promoters, they weren't going across the street, or they wouldn't they wouldn't allow their fighter to fight this fighter. Now it was like, yo, we gotta do what we gotta do to survive and keep the sport going. We can't just keep all these fights under one umbrella and not, allow our fighters to, expand and get out there to different audiences.
No, that is a fact. But I mean, I think boxing is definitely trending in the right direction. So we're gonna see it continue to grow.
Yeah, Brad, they got that. He breaking that bag.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see where TKO goes. I want to see where Dana kind of goes back, and what's the next move for that movement. What's the next big fight? So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And is it going to be a Bud Crawford fight? We all know Canelo's going to have another fight. So there's a lot to look forward to moving forward. So on that note, man, I got to get up out of here. Shout out to all the people that was in here today. Appreciate y'all. Jamel, let them know where they can find it, Jamel.
I mean, at Jamel Herring, Twitter, Instagram, whatever.
You're so smooth, bro. Twitter,
TikTok.
You already know. We'll be back Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 a.m. Make sure y'all lock in. We'll probably take some calls on Monday. I'll start early again, like I did today. But let's keep it rocking. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe to all of our social media platforms and the channels. And, stay tuned. We out of here. Jamel, mahalo.
All right, y'all.